In this video, I'm reviewing Melolingua, a language learning app that teaches Italian through stories, listening, speaking practice, and personalized AI-generated content. I spent some time using Melolingua, and here's what the experience actually feels like. At its core, Melolingua is a story-based language learning app. It can generate custom stories based on your interests. So rather than always working through the same fixed content as everyone else, you can create stories around topics that are personally interesting to you. The platform is available on Android and through a web browser, although there isn't an iOS app available yet. When I first signed in, I went through a short onboarding sequence that asked about my learning preferences and goals. Based on my answers, Melolingua created a personalized learning path tailored to my needs. Once I reached the home screen, I could immediately generate a story. When creating a story, I can choose things like the language I'm learning, the difficulty level, and the type of story I want to read. If I have the premium version, I can also customize the story length and generate as many stories as I want. After generating a story, Melolingua guides me through a series of learning activities based on that story. And if I don't want to generate my own content, there's also a story library where I can browse and select from existing stories. Every story follows the same learning path and is divided into 4 activities that you have to complete in order. The first activity is called Listen and Read. I can read the Italian story while listening to native speaker audio. I simply click on individual sentences to hear them.
Oggi è il tuo primo giorno di lavoro.
If I don't know a word, I can simply tap it to see the English translation. There's also an option to adjust the playback speed, but it requires a premium subscription. Next is Shadow and Speak. Here, the app shows me a sentence in Italian, and I record myself repeating it. If I need help, I can listen to a native speaker first,
Oggi è il tuo primo giorno di lavoro.
and then try to imitate the pronunciation. After recording, Melolingua analyzes my speech and shows feedback directly on the sentence. Words pronounced correctly appear in green, while words that need improvement appear in red. The next activity is Build the Sentence. In this activity, Melolingua gives me a collection of words or phrases, and I arrange them into the correct Italian sentence. I can keep trying until I get them right. Once I've built the correct sentence, the app lets me experiment by swapping in different phrases to create new variations. There's also an option to save phrases that I find useful, making it easier to review them later. The final activity is called Quick Quiz, which is pretty self-explanatory. It's a short quiz. The questions check how well I understood the story and whether I remember the Italian I just learned. It's a simple way to reinforce what I've studied before moving on to the next story. Outside of the story lessons, there are a couple of additional tools. There's a review section where I can track my progress, see how many stories I've completed, how much time I've spent learning, how many phrases I've learned, and how long my streak is. I can also revisit and retake the stories I've completed. There's also a phrases section, which works more like a flashcard review system. I listen to an Italian phrase, try to remember the meaning, reveal the answer, and then mark whether I got it right. It's a nice extra review tool for reinforcing vocabulary and common expressions. Melolingua's free plan comes with 1 story per day and has some restrictions, while the premium plan unlocks unlimited content, more features, and offline access. There are several things I liked about Melolingua. First, I enjoyed the combination of activities in this app. They're interactive and practice different Italian skills. The Shadow and Speak feature is especially useful. It actively pushes me to speak Italian and gives immediate pronunciation feedback. I also like the clean and modern interface. Everything feels responsive and easy to navigate. The short story format works well if I don't have much time. Even on busy days, I can still complete a lesson without feeling overwhelmed. The ability to create custom stories is also something that helps Melolingua stand out. Being able to choose topics, difficulty levels, and story types makes the content feel more personal. And finally, I appreciated the review tools and flashcards, which provide a little extra reinforcement after finishing a story. That said, there are a few limitations worth mentioning. The biggest one is that Melolingua doesn't really teach grammar directly. If I want detailed explanations about why Italian works a certain way, I won't find much of that here. The app expects me to learn largely through exposure and repetition. Another limitation is speaking practice. The shadow and speak activity is useful for pronunciation, but there isn't a true conversational component where I can freely interact in Italian or practice spontaneous speaking. The free plan is also quite restrictive. You're limited to one short story per day, a small number of translations, and standard playback speed, which may make it difficult for some learners to fully evaluate the platform before upgrading. Finally, because Melolingua is still a relatively young platform, it doesn't have the same ecosystem or breadth of features that some larger language learning apps offer. Overall, Melolingua is an interesting option for Italian learners who enjoy learning through stories and immersion. I think its strongest features are the combination of reading, listening, pronunciation practice, and personalized AI-generated stories. At the same time, it's probably best viewed as an immersion-focused learning tool, rather than a complete Italian course. If you're looking for more structured lessons and grammar explanations, you may find yourself needing additional resources alongside it. And if that's what you're looking for, there is another platform that may be worth considering. And that's Think in Italian. Think in Italian is an all-in-one platform that helped me go from memorizing words to actually speaking Italian and thinking in it. It combines structured audio lessons, bite-sized bilingual readings, and a super customizable AI tutor that makes learning feel natural and personal. Let's start with the audio lessons. These are made up of bilingual sentences, like mini dialogues, that show you exactly how to say things in Italian. They're organized into 3 parts, A, B, and C. So it's not just repetition, it actually builds your understanding gradually. I can control the playback speed, adjust the volume, and if I ever get stuck, I just click on any word or sentence and it breaks it down for me. It's a great way to learn grammar patterns and vocabulary without the overwhelm. Honestly, I started recognizing sentence structures and building phrases way faster than with traditional lessons. It just feels more intuitive, more like how we learned our first language. Then there are the readings, which are quick 1-minute stories, jokes, dialogues, or even songs. Each one comes with Italian and English audio and a bilingual transcript, so I can listen, follow along, and really see how the language works in context. There are over 1,200 of these, and I love how I can fit them into my day, even when I just have 5 minutes. Now this is where it gets really cool, the AI tutor. This is where I get to talk in Italian, either by typing or recording my voice, and get instant feedback. I can have a casual chat, practice a role-play situation like ordering food or booking a hotel, or even review the lessons I've completed. It adjusts to my level, and the suggestions it gives help me express myself more naturally. Sometimes I'm not sure what to say next, so I just click a button, and it suggests sentences to keep the conversation going. There's even a settings menu where I can change the tutor's personality, tweak how it interacts with me, and see my conversation history. After a few messages, I can even download my chats to track progress over time, which I find super useful. So yeah, between the structured lessons, bite-sized content, and the AI conversation tool, Think in Italian really covers all the angles. It's been the most well-rounded and flexible platform I've used so far to actually speak Italian, not just study it. If you're looking for something that's intuitive, fun, and helps you practice real-world Italian every day, I'd definitely say give it a try. I'll leave a link below so you can check it out.